High Guardian Spice. Yeah, this shit sucks.
Chocolate bit book. Those are not edibles, those are chocolate chip cookies. I've been making money, I am not no damn rookie.
So have y'all heard of Crunchyroll? Of course you have. Everyone has. It's the biggest anime distributing website on the planet. You could have not heard of them even if you didn't want to.
I don't even know who you are.
So basically, after a decade of distributing anime, the higher ups of the company said, hey guys, how about we pay for some productions ourselves just so we can stick our logo at the beginning, so that we can bother the shit out of people inevitably watching these shows on pirated sites. Hey, nice idea. But what should our first production be? I don't know, but I'm thinking a blending ripoff of Harry Potter and Steven Universe. While we're at it, let's lock the writers in mental asylums for 8 months in separate rooms so they won't know what human communication is while they write each episode. Oh yeah, we can also copy and paste character traits on our protagonists so the people will think these are actually quirky, relatable girls they're rooting for. Oh, and to top it all off, let's do a checklist of every bad male stereotype and use this to promote the LGBTQ community. It's all bright and shining color.
Bruh. 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 Oh, great heavens! We fucked up.
How do you even get a mark that low? Like, you have to try to fail.
I'm about to end this man's whole career.
Hey, yeah, let me first say this. I don't care that's a show that mostly involves females, or that's a show that has LGBTQ protagonists and characters in the show. I don't care that this is a show that is inspired by other media like Steven Universe or Harry Potter. I don't even care that the show shows awareness of toxic masculinity or topics that are against men like myself. The only thing I care about is if the show's good. It's not good. It is definitely not good. Now, this isn't exactly the worst show I've ever seen. There are certainly other shows out there that for me would still be the worst shows that any human being will have the discomfort of laying their eyes upon. What the fuck? What is that? What the oh my I can't, no, fuck this, fuck this. But there are very serious problems with the show that justify why Crunchyroll decided to delay this entire thing for 2 whole years. You heard me right. This show was completed and was so bad that they delayed it for 2 whole years while they put out other originals so that people won't think that Crunchyroll originals are just sacks of shit. Yeah, that did not help. I'll say this first, however. I like the overall design of the show. The show does give off that bright Steven Universe feel that's only let down by 7 Deadly Sins quality for animation. The animation certainly could be worse, but I'm not gonna criticize it too much because this isn't like One Punch Man or adapting, you know. The animation does not need to be that level of detail. But then again, they certainly could have polished some of the character designs more so that they can match the detail of the world around them. If there is any detail, if that.
Look out! Lisa!
There's not really much I can say that's good or even decent with the show because the rest of the elements that make this show are just mediocre or just plain terrible overall. Like the plot. It's so simple. Magic High School. New students who have never been to school before meet new students at school with wacky and quirky personalities. Have that one protagonist who lost her mother or father or something, I don't fucking know. Have that other one there because they're just there. It's something that's been done 1,000 times and doesn't really try to do anything different with it. And for that, it's not bad, but there's nothing really interesting to make this stand out from the thousands of shows and movies with the same exact premise. The characters as well are not really that interesting, mainly because of how the plot is as Control-C and Control-V as it gets. None of the characters have anything even remotely unique about their personalities or their powers in any way. Take for example, this girl, she swings swords, and this girl, she does magic. This girl makes swords, and this girl shoots arrows? Yeah, some unique powers these strong, independent females have, alright. Anyways, I really try to like them as much as possible, but with stupid fucking decisions like this...
Oh, what's this?
That's blood, sweetie.
Blood? Isn't it supposed to stay inside my body?
And this?
Yeah, you're teaching me that you love to waste my dang time.
Don't be surprised when you fall on your ass with that attitude.
Dad, that's not helpful. I'm trying to swear less.
And this?
It's been fun, Aster, but... yeah.
Should have known you were stuck up.
Wow, Son, we need to have a word.
I want to die. I want to die, and I only watched 3 episodes. But nothing even comes close to this aspect of the show that makes it notorious. The writing. It's terrible.
All mermaid up like the frothiest queen of the seas.
Shut up!
Your dad must be thrilled to call you his daughter.
I said shut up! Snapdragon, stop!
Freak!
Remember when I said that the script is like they locked the writers inside separate rooms in a mental asylum for months, ultimately leaving their memory of human communication becoming more and more distant? Now imagine if they had a tiny TV in the corner playing Steven Universe. No, but not any Steven Universe episode. Just the pilot of Steven Universe from 2013 on repeat.
And Steven!
Ah, look at the top of his head!
Now that's the definition of insanity right there.
Did I ever tell you the definition of insanity?
Fuck you! Okay, fuck you! It's okay.
I'm not even joking when I say I actually would prefer to see Cats over this, because at the very least, the creators of that movie knew it was a pretty shit idea right from the get-go.
Do you guys get it? Do you get the joke?
But yeah, what's the basic plot of the show? Well, basically there's these 2 girls, Rosemary and Sage. Wait, sorry. Gotta switch it to there, even I forget sometimes. They're both going to, I think, the best magic school in history? But how do they get in if they haven't gone to school at all? How the they're there because they want to be guardians of the city and learn magic and fight monsters and stuff. That's it. That's all there is to it. Goblin hentai makes better premises than this. Alright, enough jokes aside, let's start the first episode. Who the fuck do they have in the show? Omni-Man?
All of our dreams will soon come true if we only try.
All of your dreams will soon come true if we only try. Who wrote this, Shakespeare? So what basically happens in the first episode is that Sage and Rosemary leave their families and travel to the big city so they can go to school. And yeah, I could find like several errors in the first episode alone. Like for example, this school is really far, right? First they have to take a wagon and then a fucking train to get there. When they arrive to the train, Sage basically says,
Let's cut the line.
Rosemary, that would be wrong.
Sorry!
I'm thinking we should cut the line.
Yes.
so then they proceed to fly to the other side of the train and they go from there. One of them can fly. What the fuck is the point of a train when you literally have the power of flight? What the fuck good is a train for if you can just go there yourself? Hey cadet, that's just a nitpick, dude. Lots of shows do that all the time. Okay, I'll show you something that's more integral to the character development of Rosemary. Later in the first episode, we see Rosemary in a deep slumber during her first night in the city, and to which we go to a flashback where it shows Rosemary and her family talking about how awesome her mom is. And I'll just show you what happens. This is an entire minute, by the way. This whole scene is an entire minute, and after half of it, her mom is fighting a tornado with a sword, and then throws the sword to her daughter and lets the tornado take her away? Yeah, this shit sucks. I know! It's more awful the more I see it, I know! All this to justify what happens later in the episode where they go off to explore the city, but before that, their lesbian couple caretakers tells them,
Don't get killed. Your cousins are the best. I know.
Whoa! Did she just use the K word? Damn, I didn't think that Crunchyroll were gonna stay true to their word about the heavy language in the show. Holy shit!
Whoa, my word. What is that?
Maybe it's got rabies. Come on, Sage.
So yeah, while they explore, Rosemary swings her sword around like she's a protagonist of a show, and then almost murders someone who ends up being one of their classmates, surprise, surprise, in broad daylight.
Sorry. Didn't expect anyone back
so
here.
sorry.
Might want to watch where you swing that thing because of how it's a giant sword.
It's not a giant sword.
Yes, it is.
Her name is... Time? How the fuck do you say this? I've never heard anyone say her name before, and I watched 3 episodes.
Leave your sword at the house next time we go shopping.
Fine, but it's a piece of home. Just like my my locket. Dad told me to wear it today. It's meant to protect me.
How did he perform protection magic?
Metaphorically, Sage.
I've seen drug addicts make better life choices than these two. But yeah, they follow this bad thing over to a special tree where the bat tries to use to watch the bone a female there, and they decide to intervene at that moment, and...
Rose, sorry. I didn't want to lose it.
Wait. Why did she need a pocket watch if all she really cares about is a picture? She already has her mom's big-ass sharpness 5 iron sword. Just maybe don't bring it? Put the picture in the frame in your bedroom, or put it in something that's not as easy to lose or as fragile as a fucking pocket watch?
Let's not give up.
Why not?
Come with me.
How does this make the final cut? They go to search for a blacksmith and find another girl who's also going to be one of their classmates in the future, named... Parsley. Parsley, yeah, that's a magical name I'm gonna remember. Basically, she says, okay, I'll fix the watch. I'll give it to you tomorrow at school. Oh, hey, by the way, did you know I have 12 brothers and you can barely hear my dialogue during this scene?
What happened? Did you get run over by omnibuses?
No, wait, 12 brothers?
Yeah, I stopped counting after 7.
They then leave and then encounter Dime again as they're walking out, and this exchange happens.
Oh
my
no.
gosh.
It's okay. It's armor. It's built to withstand a nuisance.
We're really sorry. We had a run-in with a Trixie, and we're just a little rattled.
Hold on. You got mugged on your first day?
I'm sorry. Is there a better time to get mugged? That's right. Keep walking. You almost chop off a person's head one time, and it's like, I was sure I was gonna have to fight her to defend your honor.
My hero.
I can't live on with this existing anymore. I can't. So yeah, that's basically the first episode, and I'm not even gonna bother describing the rest to you, except for one little part in episode 3. Rosemary is introduced to this teacher, who's voiced by the actual creator of the show, Ray Rodriguez, and finds that in the old photos where Rosemary can see her mother in, she also finds him in female form. She then asks, hey, you're a girl here, but you look like a guy now, so what happened? And the response could not have been more unbelievably stupid than what he said here.
I'm transgender.
I don't know that word.
I was born into a female body, but it wasn't the right body for me. So I used new magic to change it.
Cool. You can do that? Is that kind of transformation magic permanent?
I take a potion once a month to keep the spell active, which lets me be the real me.
I have no words. They compared transgenders with chronic illnesses. Here is possibly one of the worst approaches to showcases that I've ever seen. A potion once a month? Are you fucking serious? That's basically like saying, hey, I got surgery done on me a while ago, so all I need to do now is take some pills once a month so my penis doesn't invert itself into becoming a vagina. But it's just so, it's just so incredibly stupid. How the fuck can anyone, especially transgenders, relate to any of this? And the worst part is, the creator of the show is a transgender man, and also voiced this character, voicing this exact same dialogue.
I take a potion once a month.
So if anyone should know how to write these characters, it should be them.
This is just a test. Pay this no mind, please.
So yeah, that's basically a High Guardian Spice for you. A show that thinks it's better than all the other shows because it showcases female empowerment and LGBTQ representation. But what really makes a good show is not depend on how many societal issues it tries to tackle. A good show exists when you have characters who have unique traits and abilities that are carried over to the writing to make these characters feel like they're actual real human beings with real human emotions. A good show happens when you don't direct attention to the fact that your writing staff is 100% female, but you direct attention to the amount of passion that the people writing the show have for the story and characters. A good show happens when you don't think that just because the art is cute or there's a couple cool lines of dialogue in each episode that you think people will be interested in the show. But if you present real reasons for why these characters talk, laugh, cry, and keep fighting to reach their goals, then the chances of people being interested in the show are significantly higher because you're giving reasons as to why people should care about them. This video is not intended as a means to hate on women or the themes they are going for, and I don't want people to direct any of the hate I have for the show towards its creators because it's not why I wanted to make this video. This video is intended to showcase what making a show should not be about. And hopefully I've showcased to any aspiring writers out there whose gender I don't give a damn about, just make the show good. Please. Just make it fucking good. Just have passion for it because you love the story you're creating or the characters you're connecting with, instead of just being like, hey, there's never been an animated show with as much female representation as ours does. You won't find as much female representation in any show that's not ours.
Sometimes my genius, it generates gravity.
Because then you're only making the show just for bragging rights and are making it without the proper love and care it should have. Sailor Moon, A Silent Voice, Ladybug and Cat Noir. There's a couple of examples where female writers are heavily involved and are vital for making these stories with female empowerment as awesome as they are.
Do you remember our shooting contests? I'm really sorry I didn't come to your dad's funeral.
In my opinion, the best way to showcase female representation is not by having them be more powerful than anyone else, but by having them be equal to everyone else. That's what the main goal should always be. Because what's the point of making a show that showcases these themes if you don't give much of a reason for everyone else to care about it? I might be stepping out of line here because of the fact I have a penis, but I genuinely do want to see this equal playing field between men and women more often. Not with just making a female version of every popular superhero, although sometimes those do work, or just making alternate versions of popular characters, but you make them gay for no apparent reason, but by giving everyone a chance to shine. Not just men and women, but transgenders, non-binaries, and everyone else who don't feel they're being accurately represented enough in shows and movies. That's what I think this show should have focused on. But of course, like a lot of other shows that heavily rely on its powerful female themes and forced representation themes in general, this one is not something that anyone should even consider watching because there's just no point. If I were to rate this, I'd probably give it a 2 or a 2.5 because there's barely anything that can keep me interested in watching besides pointing out with a finger how stupid the characters are or how bland the plot actually is. Just watch something else more interesting than this, like Stone Ocean or Spencer or Goblin Hentai. Okay, you get my point. I'm sorry. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and Merry Christmas to all of you. Genuinely. Peace.
Phones on and I said, ooh-wee. My little cousin came in the room talking about Zooey mama. My dog be talking big shit, he be like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Saw this bad bitch in the club, I'm like, who her mama? My granny got her nigga fucked, I said, that's not my problem. I'm on a rampage, they asking, who gon' stop her? I asked my bitch what she gon' do, she talking about pop, pop, pop. Like a boxer, I'ma run up and sock, sock em. Put our song on TikTok, but we are not TikTokers. In the field, nigga, but we do not play soccer. At the crib, nigga, but we are not playing foosball. I just gave this little bitch